What up, Dokkaners? We got the data download on the JP side of the game. Dude, there is so much happening. I'm going to pass out from just overstimulation. So please watch everything. Please support your boy because I'm making like a billion videos in 5 seconds. All right, here we go. That is Ledgic. You're not going crazy. Banner is dropping tonight. That's right, tonight. It is dropping in less than 5 hours of me recording this video, the 14th of February at 1 a.m. PST. If you want to know exactly what time it's going to be dropping for you in your time zone, just add 5 hours. It's not that hard, all right? Just add 5 hours. If I see one person asking me, when did you drop in my time zone? I'm going to ban you. I'm just kidding. I'm freaking out right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and break down what everybody does. But once again, the banner is confirmed to be dropping tonight in under 5 hours. Let's start with UI Goku. All right. Huh? What? Ladies and gentlemen, I may have made a mistake. The details are in Japanese. I can't read Japanese, so we're going to look at it through the live stream thing. So this is the unit breakdown. We will not be taking a look at the animations. There is so much to unpack. So animations will be analyzed separately. This is just going to be the unit breakdown for the characters, including the Ledgic. Starting with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku Int unit. This guy is a GT Heroes, Power of Wishes, Power Beyond Super Saiyan Ki plus 3, 200%. HP, attack and defense plus 170%, extra stats plus 50. To those who belong to All Out Struggle, Earthbred Fighters, Giant Ape Power. For the super attack, this guy's 12 Ki, permanently stacks attack and defense, raise attack and defense, cause colossal damage. For the Ultra Super, Final Flash, raise attack by 44%. So that is in between just a standard boost and a greatly boost, which is 50%. This is 44%. Permanently raises attack, permanently raises defense, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. All right. And now we switch over to the EX super attack. Raises attack and defense by 44%. Causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Raises allies attack by 10% in battle. This is our second team stacking effect in the game after the LR Trunks and Vegeta, which is awesome. This can be activated when the first attack in the turn is a super attack performed with 24 Ki. You have a 70% chance of the super attack being upgraded into an EX. That is pretty cool. That is pretty freaking cool. And now for the passive. Attack and defense plus 400%. Ki plus 3 per rainbow key sphere obtained. Additional Ki plus 1 per type key sphere obtained. Guards all attacks. Damage reduction 40%. Changes key spheres of AGL and physical into rainbow. 3 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Damage reduction plus 25%. With 4 or more rainbow key spheres obtained, damage reduction plus 15%. After receiving or dodging an attack, all allies Ki plus 2, defense plus 20%, self-excluded. When attacking with 14 or more Ki, attacks effective against all types, which is pseudo crit, launches an additional super attack. When attacking with 24 Ki, launches an additional super attack. One-time activation of attack and defense plus 100%. When there's an ally in the GT Heroes or Power of Wishes category ally on the team, when there's another GT Heroes or Power of Wishes ally on the team, or starting from turn 3, reversible exchange. That's right. This is our very first unit who can reversibly exchange on site. Right away, if you need to change, you can. This guy, though, is basically built like a tank. He is your Vanguard. He is your slot 1. He will tank up to 80% damage reduction, and he has Permaguard. All right. All that, and then he's got team stacking, he's got attack stacking, defense stacking. The boy is busted. But then, if we want to, we could reversibly exchange into the Son Goku. Wherever that is. I got to skip all these animations. I do apologize. It's just too much. There's too much. All right. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Meteor Smash. So this is his down spike in the air. Greatly raised attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. For his Ultra Super, massively raised attack for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. He does not have an EX super attack. He has the active skill. Vegeta has the EX. Goku has the active. That's what they're doing to balance it out a little bit. I was kind of hoping each would have an active, each would have an EX, but I guess that's a little too much. So for this guy's passive, reversible exchange. Attack and defense plus 400%. Receives an additional Ki plus 3 per int key sphere obtained. Receives an additional Ki plus 1 per non-int key sphere obtained. Chance to perform a critical hit, damage reduction, and dodge plus 40%. Changes key spheres STR and TEQ into int. When attacking, attack plus 200%, defense plus 100%. For every attack performed, chance to crit, damage reduction, and dodge plus 10% within the turn. Meaning, if you launch 3 or 4 attacks, you're giving yourself 30, 40% more bringing your damage reduction, your crit, and your dodge up to 70, 80, 90%. I mean, what? With 3 or more int key spheres obtained, one-time activation, you get a permanent boost of critical 40%. With 5 or more int key spheres obtained, you get a permanent one-time activation of an additional super. With 7 or more int key spheres obtained, you get a one-time activation of a permanent additional super attack. Additional super, your main super, plus your hit potential additional. So that's potentially 4 supers or just 4 attacks that you can launch within the turn on top of your base. So you're going to be looking at an average of attack or critical 80%, dodge 80%, damage reduction 80%. And you have an extra 40% crit here. So you can get basically guaranteed crit with this guy. You can get guaranteed crit with this dude. This guy, what they've basically done is they've turned it into where you've got a monster tank with Vegeta and you've got a monster attack force with your Goku. Goku is the attack, Vegeta is the defense. But both can still do the other. This is ridiculous. This is insane. And then on top of that, he's got an active. Let's check out the active real quick. Active Super Ultra Spirit Bomb causes ultimate damage to the enemy, changes AGL and physical key spheres to int key spheres. Power of Wishes category allies, key +4, attack +40%. GT Heroes category allies, key +4, defense +40% for 44% for 1 turn. Can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So that is the full breakdown for the GT Super Saiyan 4s. Busted. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about this character in the comments down below. Again, we are going to have to move the animations to another video. I will do a full separate animations video because there's just so much to unpack. There's way too much to unpack. Again, I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind, and I'm doing it on stream. So now let's switch over to Autonomous Ultra Instinct. Oh, wait, you know what? We haven't checked them. Damn it. Gotta look at the categories, don't we? Let me check the categories before we move on. What are the categories on this dude? Categories. Those are all the categories. So just pause it, take a look at all of it. I don't want to read all of it. That's a lot. All right. So there you go. Those are all the categories. Now we're going to move on to Autonomous. Damn it. Autonomous. Come on. Come on. Hello. All right, those are the categories. Screenshot it. Pause it if you want. All right. Here we go. Realm of Gods, key +4 to 20%. That is a huge bummer to me personally as a Universe 7 nerd. I want a Universe 7 to get a category, but I understand. It's fine. Now, the great thing about this is this sets the stage up for Dragon Ball Super Beerus. All right. So if you think this category is kind of a snooze fest now, you might be kind of right, low-key. But this is going to age very well. Dragon Ball Super ventures into the world of the divine power, right? So Realm of Gods is going to see a lot of boosts moving forward. So this is a category that is going to age incredibly well. Make no mistake, but it is kind of a bummer. It's only 1 category. Like Daima Vegeta got 2. Why didn't this one get 2? Kind of weird. For the super attack, Instinctive Punch greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. Ultra Super Attack, Unpolished Instinct, greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. And then for the passive, oh no, EX. This guy's EX, greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, evades enemies' attacks for 1 turn. When the first attack in the turn is a super attack performed with 24 key, 70% chance for the super attack to become an EX super attack. So essentially, you've got a 70% chance, assuming you're at 24 key, you've essentially got a 70% chance for guaranteed dodge, which is ridiculous. That is insane. Okay. And now let's move on to the passive. Attack and defense plus 300%, launches an additional super attack, 70% chance to dodge. With a key sphere obtained, 1-time activation, 1 time only, key +7, 1-time activation, 1 time only, evades enemy's attack, 1-time activation, Realm of Gods category allies, chance to dodge plus 7%. So there's your team support for Realm of Gods, plus an additional chance to dodge plus 7% for characters who are also superclass. So you're essentially giving 14% extra dodge chance on the first turn to everyone on the rotation, assuming you're running Realm of Gods superclass characters. So that would be other Tournament of Power like Royal Blue Vegeta, UI Goku, Jiren. So that's Tournament of Power base, and then just Realm of Gods in general. So first turn, you're giving everyone that support, which is kind of cool. Before attacking, chance to dodge plus 10%. So before attacking, you've got 80% chance to dodge, on top of which you have a 70% chance of turning that into 100% when you super. Ridiculous. Before receiving an attack within the turn, damage reduction 60%. When receiving an attack, survives KO attacks up to once within the turn. So this also kind of helps your longevity. For every attack evaded, key +2 up to H, attack and chance to crit plus 15% up to 60. So as a physical unit, this unit lacks critical in the base level 5. You are getting that essentially from this, which is going to make, in terms of hit potential, a much easier time. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 177. When attacking with 18 or more key, launches an additional super attack. Super class allies attack and defense plus 20%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 40% for characters who also belong to Realm of Gods. So again, super class Realm of Gods getting some mega juicy supports. First turn, 14% extra dodge on top of 60% attack and defense. What? When there's another Realm of Gods or Power Beyond Super Saiyan category ally on the team, just on the team, or starting from turn 3, reversible exchange. So once again, turn 1 immediate reversible exchange is possible with this unit. So now we'll move on to the Vegeta again. I gotta spare you from the animations for right now. There's just too much to do. I gotta hold off. I will get to it in another video. There's so much. Go watch my reaction. I'm screaming the whole time. I think I got hot flashes. Like, I actually got hot flashes on stream. I had to take off my clothes. It was getting too hot. It was just way too much. It was way too much. It was way too much. All right, come on. Give me Vegeta. Where's Vegeta? All right, here we go. Vegeta. Vegeta. 12 key, massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. For the 18 key, massively raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. It is that serious, folks. It is that serious. Can be reversibly exchanged. Attack and defense plus 300%. Receives an additional key +1 per key sphere obtained. High chance to crit. So again, crit is covered. Guards all attacks. One-time activation with a key sphere obtained. Damage reduction 77%. Before attacking, 30% damage reduction. So turn 1, UI is essentially untouchable, but Vegeta, turn 1, is essentially immovable. What? For every attack received, key +2 up to 8, damage reduction plus 10% up to 40%. So he can essentially get 70% damage reduction before receiving an attack after this condition is met with guard. Okay. After the enemy launches a super attack at this character, all allies key +3 for 2 turns. Underrated ability. Very good for STR Daima Goku. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 77%. When attacking with 18 or more key, attack and defense plus 77%, launches an additional super attack. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, attack plus 277%, defense plus 77%, performs a critical hit. And then for this guy's active, he does not have an EX attack. He has an active. The active massively raised attack temporarily causes ultimate damage to the enemy. Attack plus 77% for 1 turn. This can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So in essence, UI Goku is untouchable. Vegeta is undamageable. That's the idea. So it's, again, kind of playing on what they did with the Super Saiyan 4s, only here, from a narrative perspective, it makes more sense, right? So yeah, design-wise, I mean, this is more character accurate, but I think I like the Super Saiyan 4s better. Both are stupid. Like, both are stupid good. Well, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this unit. As a Universe 7 stan, I am very excited for this. The future of Universe 7 is looking brighter. Maybe not as bright as I had hoped, but still, this individual unit is going to be very good. I have so much. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. There's too much going on in my brain. All right. So now let's check out Ledgic. This big-eared freak is finally... Oh, he's a GT boss. All right. So this guy is the banner unit for the Super Saiyan 4s. So GT boss, mission execution, key +3, 130%. This is a Google Translate. So forgive me if the translations are weird. I will try to clarify in the pinned comment or something. Raise attack and defense greatly. So greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes what? Extra large supreme damage to the enemy. Raises attack for allies by 20% for 2 turns. Okay. Attack and defense plus 250. Critical, dodge, and damage reduction plus 30%. They seem to love doing this right now. Launches an additional super attack. Reduces the attack and defense of enemies by 20% for 2 turns. GT boss or mission execution category allies key +3, attack and defense plus 60%. Hello? Okay. Oh, this is AGL too. That's good for GT bosses. We don't have like LR, AGL, Omega Shenron is not the greatest AGL GT boss is actually great for it. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 250. Huh? When your number, okay, in slot 1, dodge plus 25%, a one-time activation. So for one turn, you're gonna have 55% dodge. Yay. When in slot 1 or slot 3, 45% dodge, and then damage reduction plus 15%. Slot 1 or slot 3. So ideally, turn 1, turn 1, you have guaranteed dodge. Ledgic gives you guaranteed dodge turn 1. And then after that, either in slot 1 or slot 3, slot 1, he would have 75% dodge with 15% damage, 45% damage. This is actually crazy. Hello? Okay. When you're in second or third slot, okay, so you got to be in slot 3. That's what they're saying. In slot 2 or slot 3, one-time activation, attack plus 250, critical plus 40%, meaning you're at 70% crit. And then otherwise, attack plus 250%, critical plus 30%, launches an additional super attack. Dude, 500% attack, guaranteed crit. This is a busted banner unit. This is a busted banner unit. He's got guaranteed dodge. He's got guaranteed crit. He's got 45% damage reduction. He's got 60% boost to GT boss and mission execution. And he nerfs the enemy and he launches multiple supers. What the hell is his super attack? Raise attack and defense greatly for one turn, causes supreme and raises. Dude, he gives. This guy's good. This guy's good. Link wise, it might be kind of tough. Cold Judgment. Okay. But wow, there you go. So from what the Google Translate tells me, Ledgic is starting out with a bang. That is pretty good. All right, let me know what you guys think about Ledgic, the big-eared freak, in the comments down below. We like that. Next up, we got Pan, TEQ Pan, and we got Int Vegeta. So TEQ Pan is getting an easy A. So let's go ahead and check out what TEQ Pan can do. Bond of Friendship, Dragon Ball Seekers, key plus your 170%, extra stats plus 30%. To GT Heroes, now key plus 1. Okay, so here you are raising attack permanently, greatly raising defense for one turn, causing immense damage, lowering attack, high chance to stun. Man, I gotta pull up the original. This is annoying. I gotta pull up the original. I don't remember. She's a Bond of Friendship leader. So let me pull that up. Bond of Friendship. All right, here's a little nerd. She did raise attack permanently before, but she did not raise. Okay, so the defense add-on is extra. Lowering attack and high chance to stun. Okay, so that also has been improved. Okay, that's good. Okay. For the unit super attack, when there's a GT Goku attacking in the same turn, greatly raise attack permanently, greatly raise defense for one turn, causes immense damage, greatly lowers the enemy's attack, and 70% chance to stun. Whereas what it used to be was kind of the same thing, but just a little bit more. Okay. And then we have the other version, which I think does the exact same thing. It's just a different animation, so there's no reason to read it again. There's another version, no reason to read it again. Same exact thing. Attack and defense plus 250. Launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super. 50% chance to dodge. 30% damage reduction. For 2 turns, all allies key plus 2, attack and defense plus 30%. Attack and defense plus 100% when attacking. When in slot 1, all allies key plus 2, attack plus 50%. Damage reduction plus 50% before attacking. So now you've got 80% damage reduction. Wow. You had 50% before. Now you've got 80% with a stronger base passive. Okay, right here. When attacking in slot 1, attacks effective against all types. Disrupts enemy action once. Ooh. When in slot 2 or 3, dodge plus 30% until before attacking. Okay, so this will be effective for AoE type situations, because this unit's weakness is when out of slot 1, the unit is effectively worthless. Now you have a contingency when you're in slot 2 or 3. If you have to rotate, or if there's some sort of locking mechanic or something like that, you're gonna have to deal with all that. So this helps with that. Every time you attack and defense plus 50% up to 200%. When there's a GT hero or Bond of Friendship category ally attacking in the same turn, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow, launches an additional super attack. Active skill, that's still the same thing, I believe. I don't think that's changed. 59%. Let me go ahead and just read the active skill. I'm assuming it didn't change. Where's the active skill? Hello? Greatly raise attack, temporarily cause ultimate damage to the enemy within the turn activated. 59% chance to crit. Can be activated after the character performs 5 or more attacks in battle if there's a GT Heroes ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn. All right. Pan looks good. Pan looks good. It's honestly, for me personally, it's hard to judge without seeing actual translations. I hate Google Translate with a passion. So yeah, looks pretty good though. Let me know what you guys think. Now we're checking out the Super EZA for Blue Vegeta. This is the Super EZA coming up in part 2. He's from Future Saga. He obviously benefits from the Realm of Gods buffs. Let's see what else he does. Remember, leader skill doesn't change. Super attack does not change. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up his original abilities because me don't remember. The hell did he used to do? Oh, Vegeta? 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 Am I blind? Vegeta! Vegeta! Where are you? Oi! Found it. I found you. 120%. Super attack causes immense damage. Raise attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. These 2 things don't change. But look at how bare bones this passive is, bruh. Look at that. All right, so here we go. Attack and defense plus 250. Damage reduction plus 40%. Realm of Gods category allies key plus 2 attack and defense plus 50%. And if they are super class, gain an additional key plus 2 attack and defense plus 20%. Oh, very nice. Attack and defense of extreme class enemies minus 30%. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack plus 200%. Damage reduction plus 20%. One-time activation, one time only. When there's an ally in the Realm of Gods category attacking in the same turn, launches an additional super attack, 200% defense when receiving an attack. High chance to crit, high chance to dodge. When all allies attacking in the same turn are super, or when there's an extreme class enemy, attack plus 200% when attacking. 70% chance to stun the attacked enemy for 2 turns. So this means from the passive, just by making contact, you can stun for 2 turns. Basically accomplishing the same feat as a super attack that would stun. When attacking in slot 1 or slot 2, launch an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. In slot 3, attack and defense plus 300%. Damn. Another slot 3 supporter. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. This looks like a slot 3 support. Although you don't have any extra stats that rotate past the turn that he's in. Okay, so maybe he's a slot 2. He might be a slot 2. This might be a good slot 2 to run with. Yeah, okay, he's a slot 2 or slot 3. I feel like he can fit anywhere. Probably not slot 1 though. I'm gonna be honest. Like slot 1, you need with characters rocking 80% dodge and guard. I might not want to put this guy in the slot 1. Slot 2, yeah. Slot 3, sure, but not slot 1. All right, so there you go. That is the Super EZA for the Vegeta Blue. Let me know what you guys think about this dude in the comments down below. There's going to be plenty more stuff coming up, y'all. It's craziness right now. But once again, the banners are dropping tonight in under 5 hours. Suit up, get ready, subscribe, because I will be summoning and I will be getting them both. Mark my word. Dude, I'm actually excited for big ears, dude. Dumbo is going to be... The respect that he is going to garner is going to be crazy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the characters overall. Which one excites you the most? Which one looks the strongest to you? Which one looks the weakest to you? Which one are you most excited about yourself? Which character are you going to be summoning for first? How many stones you got? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of us. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned. And ours, DBZ Dokkan responsibly.